'Tis I, Marinara Man. 'Tis I. Hey everyone, glad to see you back. Glad to see you looking fresh. The 2021 video game lineup is something I want to talk about because, oh my goodness, is it stacked. It's stacked for all consoles, got a little something for everybody in there. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a great year for gaming. Obviously, a lot of stuff had to get pushed back to this year. So I'm feeling like 2021 is going to be our year. Let's talk about some of the games. That's what we're here for, right? These are in no particular order. I didn't rank these. I just kind of willy-nilly slapped a list together of 20 games that I'm looking forward to. And I hope you guys are looking forward to too, because these games look like they can be really good. I've only included games that probably will come out this year. That being, they either have official release dates, they said they're coming out in 2021, or they were announced long enough ago that they'll probably come out this year. There are other games that obviously will come out this year, and there's some games on here that probably get pushed back again, but as it stands, here in January, these are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. Starting off with Deathloop, already an interesting situation because Bethesda got bought out by Xbox, but only after Deathloop was confirmed to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. This game looks like a really interesting first-person shooter where you gotta kill a bunch of people, but someone's trying to kill you because you're stuck in a time loop. So you gotta kill them effectively before the other guy effectively kills you. I don't know how it's gonna work gameplay-wise or story-wise, but I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see how it works both ways. I'm always here for new concepts. Jumping right into one of the big ones, obviously looking here, my boy Batman, Gotham Knights. Is it called Batman Gotham Knights? It's called Batman Gotham Knights. Batman's not even in it. That's a bad title. It's a Batman game without Batman. You got like Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, all doing their separate things. It seems a little bit more arcadey. It's made by the people who made Batman Arkham Origins. It's not in the Arkham universe. Seems like it has obvious inspiration from the Arkham universe because those are definitely the best Batman games that exist. I'm excited to see what happens with it. You know, a little bit more arcadey I'm cool with. Whether you want to keep that same Arkham style combat or mix it up, I'm all here for you. I want to see what you do with this world. Persona 5 Scramble, or Persona 5 Strikers, depending on where you live. More Persona 5 content. Alice is milking this game for sure, but I love Persona 5, so I'm not complaining. Any more Persona 5 content I can get is a good thing. Strikers looks like it's going to be a great time. It's warrior-style combat, but from what I've heard, it's more than just a Warriors game with a Persona 5 skin on it. It's like a sequel to Persona 5, but not to Persona 5R. So we've split the timeline. If you want to call it a timeline, I don't know. The characters I love in another game, good enough for me. I even bought that rhythm game, so I'm a sucker for Persona 5. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Looks like to be the best Lego game of all time, which is a tall note because Lego games can get really, really good and they don't get the respect they deserve simply because they're a goofy Lego game that kids can play. God dang, does this game look good. I'm so excited to play it. I kind of half joked that I want this game to be one of the ones to start my console generation, so when I finally get a PlayStation 5, I can get Lego Star Wars with it. Maybe that'll be a great way to start us out. Maybe not. Maybe the game will end up being bad. I hope not. There's a new Ratchet and Clank game coming. Is it called The Rift Through Time? I have my notes. I just didn't write it down. I don't know why. New Ratchet and Clank is good. As simple as that, really. Dying Light 2 is the only sequel I have on here, or I've yet to play the first game, but Dying Light seems really good, and Dying Light 2 seems even better. Little zombie, little parkour, little story deviation depending on your choices. Seems like fun. Far Cry 6. You're just hoping Ubisoft doesn't make Far Cry 5. You're just hoping it's more like 3 or 4. 4 is pretty good, not as good as 3, and 5 is definitely not even as good as 4. So I hope that they've given themselves enough time to craft a world and craft a villain that you really want to take down. And that gameplay loop is really good. Because 5, kind of a disappointment. Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter World was great. Let's give it a Monster Hunter game on the Switch. Simple as that. Like, it looks cool. Capcom's been killing it. More Monster Hunter is cool. I like Monster Hunter. Simple. It's simple. I don't have a lot to say about some of these games because they're just like, some of them speak for themselves. Like, oh, new Monster Hunter. Alright. If you like Monster Hunter, get it. If you don't. Resident Evil Village. Another Capcom game. Like I said, Capcom's been killing it. The momentum with this franchise has been really trucking along. After the great Resi 2 remake, and then Resi 3 remake, which wasn't as good, but 8's coming, otherwise known as Village. Really clever. It seems to be keeping that same first-person style as 7. You know, could be a good or bad thing, depending on your opinion, but still excited to play it. I like a good horror game. like to be spooked, and Resident Evil gives that to me the best. Now I'll go over to a couple games that don't have official release dates, but I feel like are coming out in 2021. We got Breath of the Wild 2, No More Heroes 3, and Pokemon Snap. 3 pretty different games. Pokemon Snap was supposed to come out last year, and obviously didn't, so I assume it'll come out this year. Breath of the Wild 2 had never had a release date, but it's Zelda's 35th anniversary, so it makes sense that now would be the time to do so. And No More Heroes 3, again, was supposed to come out last year and obviously didn't, so I assume it'll come out this year. And when I said that Dying Light was the only game franchise sequel that's on here that I haven't played, I lied. I haven't played No More Heroes, but I'd like to. They seem crazy and right up my alley. I just haven't got around to it yet. Bravely Default 2. Probably should include that in the last group. Also doesn't have an official release date, I don't think. Was coming out last year, obviously didn't. Looks really good. Horizon the Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok will clean up our list here. 2 PlayStation All-Stars. They both got a new game somehow coming out in the same year. Very close to the PlayStation 5 launch window. PlayStation obviously knows what they're doing. They're bringing the games right away. I'm much more excited for God of War than I am for Horizon. Personal take, I don't think the first Horizon is as cracked up as everyone says it to be. I know that's blasphemous to say, but if you want to chat about it, we can chat about it. But yeah, God of War, that's more like it. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this list. Obviously, there'll be more games coming out than just the 15 I talked about. Maybe these 15 games won't come out, knock on wood. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're excited for. As always, if you like this, make sure you like this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you at some point.
Marinara man. Marinara man. Marinara man. Marinara man.